Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Before we start, maybe we can open the camera first, okay? Oke, eh, selamat pagi, selamat siang, atau selamat malam semuanya, depending on where you are. Perkenalkan, nama saya Mutiara Fatima, and you can call me Mutiara. And how are you guys today?
Oke, saya kabar baik.
Thank you, Ms. Rita. Okay, so I'm very happy to meet you all today for today's lesson, and I hope all of you are doing well and ready to learn today's lesson. And today, we are not only going to learn about Bahasa Indonesia, but we are also going to learn about Indonesian culture, atau budaya Indonesia. So, let's begin ya. Next slide, please. Yeah, before we are going further, I'd like to ask you a few questions. So, have you ever visited Indonesia?
Yeah, few times.
Few times. Okay, thank you, Miss Rita. In your opinion, how do Indonesian people show respect or politeness?
Yeah, Indonesian people are very humble. Were very humble during my visits before this. They're very helpful and friendly for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you, Miss Rita, for your answer. So, yeah, as we know, every country has its own culture. Setiap negara memiliki budaya yang berbeda. Begitu juga dengan Indonesia. And today, we are going to learn about some common ways Indonesians show respect to other people. Next slide, please. Ya, today we are going learn this ya. Bagaimana orang Indonesia menunjukkan rasa hormat, show respect to each other. Yeah, without any further ado, let's start.
Oke, tes. Good evening, everyone. Selamat malam semuanya. My name is Lindianti Jasmine Azara, and I will be continuing Mutiara's part. Maybe kita sudah pernah bertemu. Maybe we have met before during the second meeting. And so I am back to tell you more about the Indonesian culture. So on the next slide, there will be a video on how Indonesian show respect. Please pay attention. Okay. So in Indonesia, when passing by someone older, Indonesians usually show respect through polite gestures and expression. Most of the time, we show a slight bow as a common way of showing respect, especially when passing on an older person. So in Indonesia here, there is a very very strict way in respecting those older than us, especially elders. Tes. Oh, uh, uh, please give me a moment. Wait, unfortunately, there is a little technical issue, so I have to stop the share screen for a moment.
Ya, hai, Mr. Tenunu. Apa kabar?
Kabar saya baik.
Wah, Miss Farah, where is Miss Farah?
I haven't seen her today.
Oh ya, Miss Farah is there. Apa
Baik.
kabar?
Kabar saya baik. Bagaimana tinggalmu?
Very good. Saya
Yeah.
baik. Kabar saya
How
baik.
are you?
I'm sorry, is the voice from the video, is audio from the video clear? Okay, so back to the topic. A slight bow is a common way of showing respect, especially when passing an older person. So as I've mentioned as has been mentioned in a couple of meetings before, Indonesian really have a strict culture about respecting older people. That's why we have phrases such as Pak, Bu, dan Kak from the second meeting. And when we pass someone older, we usually say permisi. It's the short term to say excuse me. So you say permisi while slightly bowing. Miss Rita, do Malaysian do this also? Slightly bowing when they pass someone else?
Yeah, when we pass the older.
Okay. Yes, so it's almost a common practice, probably in between Indonesia and Malaysia, yeah. So
Yeah.
when we pass someone else, we say permisi. Permisi.
Okay, permisi. Excuse me.
Permisi.
Yes, and usually we also add like permisi Pak, permisi Bu, such as that. Permisi Kak. Yes.
Permisi Kak, permisi Bu, permisi Pak.
Yes, usually. And the word permisi is not only shown when you walk past other people, but sometimes it's used when you also knocking on someone's door. For example, permisi Pak, and then you knock the door and then you say permisi Pak, like that. But most of the time it's commonly used when you pass older person. Okay? And
It's like permits, like allow in
yes,
please allow
it's
me.
exactly like
right?
that.
Right.
Permisi is similar to that, Mr. Rufo. Okay, I think
Yeah.
Okay, I think that is the first expression, and on to the next.
All right, so as you can see here, the waiter is giving his orders with his right hands, and in Indonesia, giving something or receiving something with right hands is considered as a good manner. And further explanation of this mannerism will be explained by my friend Rusty.
Okay, so now I will explain about using the right hand in Indonesian. So in Indonesian, using the right hand is considered more polite when interacting with other people. And that's why people usually use their right hand when giving or receiving something, shaking hands, or eating together. On the other hand, the left hand is often considered less polite because it is traditionally used for personal hygiene, So if you need to use your left hand, for example, because your right hand is busy carrying something, you can say, maaf, pakai tangan kiri, which means, sorry, I'm using my left hand. This expression shows respect to the other person. So remember, when you are Indonesian, try to use right hand when interacting with other people. Next slide, please. Okay, now let's learn about another Indonesian custom, offering food. So in Indonesian, offering food is a way to show kindness and hospitality when guests visit or when people eat together with family and friends. They often offer food to each other. For example, people may say, ayo coba ini, which means come on, try this. And the second example, mau coba ini, which means would you like to try this? And the third example, tambah lagi, which means have some more. So sometimes Indonesian people offer food just to be polite. They do not always expect you to accept it. However, if you would like to try the food, you can accept it politely with a smile and say terima kasih, which means thank you.
Oke, halo semuanya. Senang bisa bertemu kalian semua lagi. Let me introduce myself again. My name is Pratiwi, but you can just call me Tiwi. So, yeah, now let's learn about another Indonesian tradition called Salim. Salim. Yeah. Have you ever seen this before, or maybe you have done this in Indonesia?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, similar
Sure,
to Malaysia.
All right. Okay, so yeah, in Indonesia, Salim is a way to show respect to other people. We usually this to our parents, grandparents, teachers, or other elders. It is also a way to ask for their blessings. So when we do salim, we usually do salim when we meet or say goodbye to our parents or grandparents. We also do it before leaving for school or when we meet older family members at a family gathering. And how do we do it? First, we gently take the elder's right hand, then we touch the back of their hand to our nose or forehead while slightly bowing our head. So this shows respect and politeness. So salim is an important part of Indonesian culture because it shows respect for older people. Maybe we can move on to the next slide. Okay, now let's look at another Indonesian habit. This is taking off your shoes before entering a house. Wait. So I have a question. In your country, do people usually take off their shoes before entering a house?
We do.
Okay, Mr. Turner.
Yes, we do as well.
Okay. So yeah, in Indonesia, thank you for sharing. In Indonesia, also we also taking off our shoes before entering a house. Especially someone else's home. We also do this when entering a mosque, a prayer room, or sometimes a bedroom. So why do we do this? There are two reasons. First, it helps keep the house clean. Second, it shows respect to the homeowner and to places of worship. If you visit an Indonesian home, you may hear someone say, Tolong lepas sepatunya ya, which means please take off your shoes. Okay, maybe I think that's all from our material, our today's learning material. Let's check your understanding with a short activity. And Mr. Seno will guide you through some questions about what we have just learned.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. Okay, so let's check you guys' understanding about today's materials that we have discussed this evening. So I want you guys to imagine this scenario. Kamu sedang berjalan, which means you're taking a walk. Lalu ada orang yang lebih tua. That translates to, and then there is an elderly person. Apa yang harus kamu katakan? What should you say in front of that elderly person?
Yeah, for sure.
Permisi, Bu.
Yes.
Yeah, permisi.
Saya permisi. Permisi.
Permisi?
Yes.
Yeah.
Permisi,
So,
Bu.
Permisi, yeah.
what is
Permisi, Bu.
permisi in English?
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Yes, that's good. And moving on to the next question. Okay, and then the next scenario is tangan kananmu sedang memegang belanjaan. Your right hand is full of your groceries. Namun, ada yang memberi makanan, but there is someone giving you food. Dan kamu ingin mengambilnya. And you want to take it. Kamu bisa bilang, you can say, maaf, menggunakan tangan,
Menggunakan
kiri,
tangan.
B, kiri, C, kiri.
Tangan kiri, left. Maaf, menggunakan tangan kiri.
Yes, because your right hand is full of your groceries. And if you want to say your left hand in Indonesia, what did you guys say?
Left hand? Kiri.
Yes. If you were using your left hand in Indonesia, what did you guys have to say?
Maaf, menggunakan tangan kiri.
Yes, that's true.
Mr. Tenunu.
Maaf, menggunakan tangan kiri.
Yes, that's
Yes, correct.
correct. Yes, correct. That's really correct. Next to the next question. And then there is this scenario where kamu sedang memakan burger. So you guys are eating a burger, lalu temanmu datang, and then your friend
Meaning that I
kamu
didn't offer my
tidak
food to my
menawar your
friends.
food to your friends. Yes, that's true. So is it polite or is it not in Indonesia?
Is it impolite? B, tidak sopan.
It's impolite, tidak sopan. Yes, that's true. That's correct. Thank you. The next question would be asked by my friends.
You are entering your friend's house, so you didn't take off your shoes.
Okay, on to the next scene. Yes, as Miss Rita said,
Okay.
kamu masuk ke rumah teman di Indonesia, which means you're entering a friend's house in Indonesia. Sorry. Kamu melepas alas kaki sebelum masuk ke dalam rumah. You took off your shoes before you entered his house. Ini termasuk, this is considered, A. Sopan, or B. Tidak sopan. So A. Polite, or B. Impolite.
A. Sopan.
Yes, benar sekali. Nicely done, Mr. Vo.
Because we have to take off the shoes when entering the people's house, right? Bedroom and
Yes.
house. Yeah.
On to the next slide, please.
Okay, for the materials, that is all for today. But however, we're going to practice a little bit on how to pronounce certain phrases in Indonesia. The first one is because this is because we haven't done it before. The first one is wait, I think I missed it. Okay. The first one is the expression. This one is the expression used to offer food. Let's try it together ya. Ayo coba ini.
Ayo coba ini.
Yes, that is correct.
Ayo coba ini.
Ayo coba ini. Miss Farah, would you like to try?
Ayo coba ini.
Ayo coba ini.
Ayo coba
Mr.
ini.
Vo, maybe you would like to try? Okay, so in the first one, there are two different expressions. The ayo coba ini is more polite. It uses more polite expression, while sini cobain. Sini cobain. It came off as a more casual. And it's not always sini cobain. Sometimes we also say cobain sini, like that. We kind of switch the front and the back. Okay, so let's try together ya. Sini cobain.
So sini cobain.
Sini
Yes.
cobain.
Yes.
Sini
Ayo
coba
coba ini. Cobain sini.
Cobain sini, like that.
Come on.
Cobain sini. Mm-mm.
So the first two is the expression when you invite someone, when you're offering someone. Like ayo. Ayo can also mean let's go. But in this, so it's an expression to express inviting someone. And then on the second one, it's more a direct question, a direct offering. Mau coba ini? We can try
Mau
together.
coba ini.
Yes. Mau coba ini?
Mau coba ini.
Mau coba ini?
Yes. This is the formal one. There is also a different casual version of it using the word cobain. Kadang juga di sini mau cobain. Nah, we can use it like that. The casual version.
How is the casual version?
The casual version is mau and then followed by cobain.
Oh, okay.
It's the casual version. And even sometimes if you are really, really close with someone, you can just say cobain like that. Cobain gitu. So Indonesian love to cut words into the single version or the simple version. That's why we have a various of expression used to offer food. And then the next one is tambah lagi. Tambah lagi.
Tambah lagi.
Yes, thank you, Miss Farah.
Tambah
Tambah
lagi.
lagi.
Tambah lagi.
Tambah lagi.
Tambah lagi. Tambah is also a formal version. There is also another version which sounds like nambah using an N instead of a T. That is the casual version. Tambah lagi. There is tambah and there is nambah.
Nambah lagi.
Nambah lagi.
Nambah is informal, right?
Yeah, nambah is informal. Nambah is not
And
formal.
tambah is formal.
Tambah is formal. And
Yeah,
still using
I
the
got it.
same word here. We can also use sini too. We can use the word sini. Tambah lagi sini. Come on, have some more, like that. Atau sini tambah lagi. We can use that too. It's just a various
Ini
of
means more.
tambah means more.
Sini, right?
No, tambah and
Sini.
nambah means more. Sini means come here. Atau
Okay.
sini means come here atau come
Okay.
on.
Okay.
So if I say sini tambah lagi,
Yes.
what is the meaning?
Sini tambah lagi means
Yes.
come
Come on.
come on, have some more, like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that is all for the expressions. And that concludes today's material and today's sharing session regarding Indonesian culture. But we still have an important announcement to make, followed by another fellow teachers.
Okay.
Okay, hello everyone. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, today me and my friend are going to give you an information and guidelines on your final performance for this BIPA class.
Mm-hmm.
So, in your final performance, you're going to speak Indonesian using all the materials from our first meeting until today. You should focus on introducing yourself in Indonesian, including your name, your age, and where do you come from. And after introducing yourself, feel free to include additional topics that you have learned. However, please focus more on how to introduce yourself. Like nama saya berumur, and saya berasal dari. Do you guys still remember that?
Yeah.
Yes, can you also send all the slides as well so we can review as well?
Yes, we will send a copy later. Okay, this is the format. Maybe my friend will explain.
So the first one, live individual performance. So every individual have to perform and the duration is around 2 until 5 minutes per student. And you have to speak directly, so you do not read a full text script. So you only allowed small notes as points guide only.
And this is the performance structure. You should start by opening, introducing yourself, and give some more facts before closing. So here we have the example. You can say, halo, apa kabar? Or selamat pagi, selamat siang, selamat sore, selamat malam. And then introduce yourself. Nama saya berumur bla 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 tahun. Saya dari, and then you can add additional facts like hobi saya or my hobby is, and then ending it by closing. For example, if I'm introducing myself, I would say, halo, selamat malam. Nama saya Frida, saya berumur 21 tahun, saya dari Indonesia. Hobi saya membaca, senang bertemu dengan kalian. Terima kasih. Maybe do you guys want to try first?
We try now.
Yeah, if you want to, do you want to try?
Oh yeah, for me, yeah, sure.
Okay, go.
But okay, so I start first.
Yeah, Miss
Okay.
Rita.
So, halo, apa kabar? Selamat malam untuk Indonesia. Selamat tengah hari untuk Terengganu, Malawi. Selamat tengah hari also for Farah. Selamat malam for Van. Okay, nama saya Rita Osman. Saya berumur 30 tahun. Saya dari Malaysia. Hobi saya adalah mengambil gambar. Saya juga boleh dikatakan mahir menggunakan kamera. Alright, keluarga saya ada 5 orang. Saya mempunyai 4 kakak perempuan dan adik lelaki apa?
Yes, you can say adik lelaki.
Adik lelaki.
Yeah.
Ya, seorang adik lelaki. Ya, senang bertemu dengan kalian. Terima kasih.
Okay, that's great, Miss Rita. Anyone else want to try? Okay, if you don't, maybe you can try at the end of this presentation, okay?
Alright, so here is an example. So this is not a script that you must memorize. So it's simply an example to show you how you can organize your ideas. And notice the speaker starts with greeting and then introduce themselves and talks about their hobbies and also family, and then end it naturally. So your presentation doesn't have to be exactly the same as this. So you can personalize it, but and you can also prepare for the keywords, but remember, don't read every sentence because we want you to speak naturally. So that's it. Next slide.
Okay, so as for the things that assess in this final performance, there are 4 things to be assessed. The first is the content, which is your ideas are clear, relevant, and complete. And then the second one is grammar and vocabulary. So, use the correct grammars and appropriate Indonesian words. And as for the third is the fluency, so you should speak smoothly with natural pauses and a clear flow. And for the last is confidence. Speak clearly, maintain eye contact, and also present confidently. Okay, so that will be all for the technical of the final performance. If you have anything, you can ask it.
So next week will be our last lesson for the preparing class.
Will we have lessons next week, or it will just be the final performance?
Oh, as for the next week is just be your final performance, so there is no more lesson.
Mhm. How long will each individual take? How many minutes will it be required to present oneself? Okay, 2 to 5 minutes.
All right, I think we can close these sessions if you guys don't have any questions. All right, so I think that's all for today's sessions. Thank you guys for attending this class, and see you next time.